Welcome, September 20th, 2013. We're enjoying an awe-inspiring panoramic view from atop the 163-foot tall Cape Lookout Lighthouse, built on this isolated spit of land in 1859. We're in the midst of the graveyard of the Atlantic. Our sentinel stands overlooking the sea and is a reminder of historic events that helped shape the region and the Crystal Coast. Before the lighthouse and its keepers, before the whalers, there were the galleons that sailed from the West Indies and Spanish Florida along our coast and its shoaling waters. Of the wild Spanish horses from those ships that once roamed these storm-ravaged islands and who now call neighboring Shackleford Banks home. We are overlooking South Core Banks. 34 miles south, beyond the distant horizon, are the Big Rock fishing grounds. The Cape Lookout shoals, clearly visible from the shoreline towards the horizon, extend 10 miles into the cold Atlantic Ocean. A constant risk to mariners, they are the reason for this lighthouse and for its continuing beacon of safety. Today, fishermen are enjoying surf fishing along its shoreline, while others boat nearby, mindful of these treacherous shoals. Continuing our panoramic tour looking southwest toward the sunken World War II German submarine, the U-352, 25 miles out to sea. More westward, the popular artificial fishing reef AR-330 is 18 miles distant. The historic United States Life-Saving Station, built 1887, and the subsequent U.S. Coast Guard Station, built 1916, stands in the Cape Lookout Village Historic District on the narrow spit of land west of our lighthouse. Remnants of the protected supply dock used by the stations, the Army, and Navy are still visible. Towards the northwest, outside of the Beaufort Inlet, is the commercial cargo ship Anchorage 6 miles away, and beyond it is the Bogue Inlet and the town of Swansboro, 30 miles distant. Continuing toward the north, Bogue Banks and the communities of Emerald Isle and Pine Knoll Shores are coming into view. Atlantic Beach, Fort Macon State Park, and the Beaufort Inlet and the west end of Shackleford Banks are 10 miles. The North Carolina State Port at Morehead City, its cargo loading gantry, is clearly visible on the horizon. Gazing across the continuously changing shores of Shackleford Banks, we see Back Sound, the beautiful and historic town of Beaufort, North Carolina, and the Rachel Carson Reserve. Shackleford Banks, in our foreground, is home to approximately 110 beautiful and very wild horses, who freely roam the 9-mile-long barrier island as they have for hundreds of years. Finishing our tour from atop Cape Lookout Lighthouse, we see the famous Lookout Bight Waterway, the east end of Shackleford Banks, and the peaceful village of Harker's Island 5 miles north. I hope you have enjoyed your panoramic tour from atop the 163-foot lighthouse. If you visit the banks to enjoy the beautiful, free-spirited, and independent wild horses, please give them a wide berth, don't get too close, and as they slip along the shifting sands, hold on to those wonderful feelings they inspire until your next visit. I'm Captain Richard, and thank you for stopping by.